Hello and welcome to this instalment of Talking Trim. I'm Jonathon Skinner and today we are looking at the Cant Rail kit for the Jaguar E Type range. Now this is applicable for the fixed head coupe 2-seaters as well as the 2+2 4-seater cars. Now obviously the Cant Rail kits were different between those, with the 2+2 obviously being a longer wheelbase car. The Cant Rails were significantly longer from front to back. This particular video is actually from a 2-seater fixed head, so the shorter versions in theory, but the overall concept of them is exactly the same. So worth keeping that in mind. So what we've got here is we've got some trimmed up units, some original, they're the original metalworks and rubbers, etc., and chromes, but actually they've been retrimmed since new. And so we've trimmed up one in our new materials, we've left one semi-untrimmed, and then we're also showing the material kit that we commonly supply. Before I go too much further into it, be sure to check out the description below. Have lots of information about these particular products in this video here, anything that I might have missed off. Also some useful links to other related products that you may wish to consider at the same time, as well as links to our website of where to buy said items. It's also worth checking out the links to our materials and colours library, which is a great informative area of our website showing all of the materials and colours that we can supply. We offer the widest range of both in the industry, so it's worth checking that out, as well as the blog handbook area of our website, which has some useful informative articles, whether you're researching a restoration project or just killing a bit of free time. Some useful information on there. We do things very differently. We're very proud of the way we do things, and it's why we've got the reputation we have globally for our quality and workmanship, and have done for almost half a century now. So worth a bit of a deep dive in there, because like I say, we do things differently. And the worst thing you can do when coming into a restoration, interior restoration, is assume that all the suppliers out there offer the same kits to the same quality. They do not. So be sure to check that out. Anyway, this video here, 2-seater fixed head coupe Cant Rails. So as standard, we normally supply a 4-piece material kit, what we refer to as a retrim kit, for you to retrim your original Cant Rails in situ at your end, whether it be you or a professional trimmer that you're getting to do the job. So that kit is effectively a pair of these bits of material here. So that's the left-hand one there. Obviously you'd have an opposite mirrored flip for the right-hand one, which has been trimmed. And then you get a pair of these rectangular pieces which do the lower part there. What we've got here though is the sort of semi-untrimmed original one, then a trimmed up using our kit there, and same again, this is the untrimmed original version, as in we haven't untrimmed it yet, versus the trimmed aftermarket one that we've done using the original ones there. For some reason, stupidly, we trimmed up the left hand lower bit and the right hand upper bit. I should have done the same hand trimmed. Don't know why I've done that, never mind. Apologies. But yeah, so you get materials, 2 bits of material like that, and a pair of materials for the upper parts there. Now the original units themselves, they're a metal unit. Obviously these they look a bit worse wear. Actually it's just surface rust, so we will clean that up and take that off and go over the top of it. It's there's nothing actually wrong with the quintessential metalwork itself. We can supply new metalworks, but generally with a lot of these things, the metalworks and the chromes, we do tend to recommend trying to reuse your originals where possible. You know they fit your car. The aftermarket ones are good, but sometimes they need a bit of tweaking to get it to fit to your individual car due to the inconsistencies of the original factory production line. So for certain bits like those metalworks and the chromes, we do encourage people to reuse their originals where possible. So just bear that in mind. So these are the originals, and they've got the original rubber. It's like a D-shaped rubber. Again, we can supply replacement ones of these. I've spoken to the customer about these particular ones, and he's happy for us to reuse his originals because they're in decent enough condition. And then the chromes as well. Again, these are the originals, and they're in pretty good condition. So again, the customer has opted to reuse those. Again, we can supply aftermarket versions of these. Bear in mind, it's not quite the same. It's like a plastic lip. It semi-works aesthetically for it, but it's not exactly the same. So again, we kind of encourage people to reuse their originals where possible. And then the lower part here, if I look at the original and old, so it's the original metalwork, but it's been badly retrimmed, probably in the 90s. So we're going to untrim that. But again, it gets the chrome bits on there and the little fixings to keep the chrome in place there. So that's those bits there. Now obviously for the trimmed up versions, you can see it's been done very nicely. So we've retrimmed it into vinyl. Obviously we've used the original rubber and we've used the original chrome. There's a misleading elements on the internet about the chromes and what material you can do this in. Obviously originally they would have been done in leather cloth, which is a very thin material and is arguably most suitable for these cant rails because it's so thin it makes this chrome beading clip on a bit easier. A lot of people say you can't do it in vinyl. That is incorrect. This is proof of the matter. It's absolutely fine in vinyl. It's just a bit more work and you have to kind of know what you're doing with them. So bear that in mind. And same again with leather. People say it's too thick. It's not too thick. It is achievable. It's just more work. So it really depends what level of restoration you're looking for in your car and how extreme you want to go with it. So we can offer all options. So just let us know which you prefer. But just to put a bit of clear air on the debate on whether vinyl works, it does absolutely. The element of putting this chrome on is tricky. It is really a case of either two people for that extra pair of hands, or if you haven't got an extra pair of hands, you're going along starting at one end in small little areas, and what we recommend you do is actually tape as you go along the areas you've done to keep that chrome in place, because as you're kind of forcing it in place on the other parts of it, it might unpop on the other areas, so you really want to keep it tight and in place the whole time. But once done and all in place, it should stay on there indefinitely. So that's element there. I'll just show you the back of this one. Yeah, so you can see it's obviously got the fixing holes, the original panels there. Then it has this clip here which was used to semi keep the chrome in place, but only one of them on there per cant rail element, so a bit tricky to keep it all in place. You could do with an extra one or two. Then this is the lower part here, so a bit easier to do as it's not as big. You got two on those there, as you can see, clips on the back, and it's got a little lip there. If we refer to the book we're talking about, so that's the lower one there that I've just shown you under the side window. Then it loops all the way up there, round and down the front. Where are we? So, there we are, perfect. Going around there, so that's the left hand there, which is this one here, looping down. Same, like I say, same concept for the 2+2 model as well there. So yeah, gives you a nice overview, I guess. Just FYI, this kit has been done in dark blue vinyl. We can offer, like I say, leather cloth if you prefer, or leather, smooth or grained or variable. See our website for more details on that. And we, like I say, offer as standard the retrim kit, i.e. the materials. You can buy that as a kit, or it is included as standard in the trim kit. Or for an optional extra, we can obviously provide a trimming surface for your original ones, or if you wanted to replace absolutely everything, the metals, the rubbers, the chromes, and get them trimmed, we can do that. So just contact us for a bit of a bespoke quote on that element of things. But yeah, hope you found that useful. Like I say, be sure to check out any other links below. Please remember to like, subscribe and share with other classic car enthusiasts, and I'll see you next time.